Hey y'all, I am at home on a Saturday chilling with my family, and I just wanted to bring you guys a update. You may hear my kids and stuff playing in the background. You may hear my mom on the phone, but don't worry about that. Just focus on the message that I have for you guys. But hope you guys have had a good day. Hope your week has been great. Hope if you got kids and stuff, they back to school safely, or if not, that they got everything they need. Speaking prosperity and abundance, all 2019. It's the year of level up. This is the year three manifestation. Things unfolding, things starting. You're getting synchronizations of things. Healing. I feel like healing will always be a part of every transition or something, because there's something you're always gonna heal from or grow from. That's how I feel. And sometimes healing isn't always like you healing for something that's just tragic or bad. It could have been something that you were doing one way and you realize, okay, this no longer serves me. How do I rise above this and move into my next level, my next phase? You know what I'm saying? Or you realize where you may have made a mistake or something. It's not always about, trauma and tragedy, even though that is something very, very important and necessary for you to heal from. But I wanted to talk to you guys about operating in your truth, because this is very important. And for me, what operating in your truth is being who you are, true to yourself, who you are right now in this very moment. And my kids, they arguing. They tripping. But they kids, they argue, they do this. So if anybody, I don't want nobody going crazy. Anyway, but operating in your truth is you basically being who you truly are. And a lot of people sometimes tries to rush to be the best versions of themselves without respect to healing and processing old, you know, habits and realizing what your flaws and things are. Sometimes you're going to have to go into the dark part of yourself in order to be your true self. And what I mean by that is we all know what our weaknesses are. We all know what's not the best for us. We know the things that can make us spiral out of control. And I say spiral because everything has a vibration to it, and vibrations and things move in a circular motion. So with that being said, to me, I see if you doing something that's uplifting, that's a higher vibration, it's spiraling up. If it's not, it's spiraling down. So that's why I say spiral out of control. So that's why it's important to get control of yourself, and your emotions, and operating in your truth, shows the universe that you're ready to receive, your abundance, your wealth, your prosperity, the things that you desire, all of the money that you ever want in your life, whatever it is that you're truly calling to yourself, that you're feeling from your heart. That's what the universe wants to provide you with. But you have to be truthful with yourself, also with respect to obeying the 12 laws of the universe. And the law of obedience is a part of that. And if you guys aren't familiar with the 12 laws of the universe, I encourage you to look them up. When I get done with this video, I'm going to post a link to the laws of the universe. And it also has the 11 forgotten laws, the seven hermetic laws, and the 11 laws. They show the laws, but they don't have like the meaning behind them. So I'll post a link for all of it. Don't worry about this. It'll be in the description box below. But this is just a little chit chat. You have to operate in who you truly are if you want to extend and go to the next level in your life. You always growing, you're always evolving, you're always learning. Never limit yourself to, oh, I know everything I need to know. And I ain't gonna lie, because I did that, and it really limited me until I started moving out of that. And then you'll start to realize that other people around you are doing things. And you're like, well, how are they here? And they know the same thing I know. But the thing is, they don't limit themselves, and then that can create negativity in your space, because that can create jealousy, envy and stuff. There are people out there that I used to be jealous of and envy, and it wasn't because of who they are, them operating in their truth. It was because I didn't know who I was. And I'm not ashamed to admit that, because we all are at some point in our lives, or were at some point in our lives where we didn't know who we truly are. I remember my dad used to fuss at me when I used to tell him I'm finding myself, but finding yourself does not mean that you necessarily have lost yourself. You're just trying to find the better version of yourself, if that makes sense. Because I know my dad, he used to go crazy about that. But yeah, guys, I just wanted you to know that operating in your truth starts with healing. Protection starts with healing. You have to remember, when you went through things and you've experienced all these bad things, it compromises your protection over yourself. You know, are you sealing your aura every day? You know, are you meditating? You know, I ain't gonna lie, I don't meditate every day, and that's one of my, you know, I don't want to say it's a flaw. I sometimes I have a lot of shit going on, so I'm not able to meditate every day like I want to. I'm just being real. But if you are in a place to where you have a lot of solitude, a lot of time to yourself, utilize that time to connect, you know, with the other side, connect with your ancestors, meditate, because you'll start getting downloads and answers. Because what a lot of these people won't tell you, and this is how you know who's truly real, you know, in the spiritual community. And it's sad that people beef in a community like this when you should be, you know, unified. Pay attention to the ones that tell you to always go within, because they're telling you the truth. I'm sitting here telling you this because that's how I started getting answers with things. That's how my life started to change. And my ancestors speak to me in different ways, and I get downloads through different people. And you know, the people that always tell you, oh, you're eventually going to get there. It's going to come to you. Just give it a little bit of time. I get that, but when people tell you that, you're like, okay, I get this. So what am I supposed to do? Just sit here in this current vibration or frequency that I'm in, that I know that's not serving me, and just wait? No, it doesn't work like that. To me, that's dangerous, because there are people out there that are very gullible, and they'll try to do that. So what I'm telling you is what worked for me, and I want you to take what resonates with you from this. You don't have to do nothing exactly the way I'm saying it. Do what resonates with you. What worked for me is my healing process. I was like, and you know, every day I think about it now, I'm like, how can I be a healer if I don't know how to heal myself? How can I tell other people how to heal if I don't know how to heal myself? And where I'm at in my life right now, I'm happy because of all of the things that I've been desiring and stuff is unfolding in different ways. And the universe is showing me, hey, you're going in the right direction. The universe is giving me things. I'm not gonna say it's in bits and pieces. It's at a pace to where I'm open to receiving it as it, you know, like gradually going into different levels of receiving, you know, more and more. Because I used to operate in the mindset of poverty and scarcity. And, you know, I have to, you know, have talks with, you know, to me within myself about that. Because when you're in a mindset for so long, you have to break that paradigm and create a new one. Because staying in something so long, you got to remember, you thinking that you operating, that you putting action into it, you're inviting all other frequencies that's at that same level into your space. So you have to clear that out. That's what it means. You know, like they say, the universe is always expanding and creating. That's because the universe knows there's some things, in order to create, it has to remove things. It's like a vacuum. It vacuums out other things and it transmutes it into something. Like the universe is always growing. It's expanding. It's infinite. That's why people tell you it's enough out here for everybody. But unfortunately, a lot of us have been taught that we live in a society where there's not enough for everybody, and that's unfortunate. And that's definitely not true. And a lot of people, you know, we look up to somebody to come save us or do something for us or help us, because we feel like if we don't have this type of power, you know, we need somebody else to do it. And I'm here to tell you, we all have the power in us to transmute any negative energies. We have the positive. Well, I mean, we have the power to change our lives for the better. We do. We can create the life that we want. Like they say, if you see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hand. That is true, but you have to put action behind it too. So I just give you this jewel. If you're at a point in your life right now to where you're always feeling like, damn, I don't have BJ, go in your room right now. I told you what I was doing. If you're in a point in your kids, if you're at a point in your life right now to where you're like, damn, man, every time around this time of year, this shit happened to me, or it just seemed like at certain points in the year, this same shit happened. I don't never have no money. As soon as I get money, it's gone. I ain't feeling good. My head hurting. I always get sick around the same time of the year. People be flaking on me. They be changing up. I'm gonna tell you this: your thoughts, your words, your feelings, and emotions have vibrations and frequencies to them. Whatever matches with what you're putting out into the universe is gonna come to you in a physical form. So first and foremost, you gotta stop. Like I promise you, I was watching a live today, M Rain live, cause she be dropping jewels like a mug, and she's helped me tremendously. Like she's helped me probably more than what she knows just from watching her lives, you know, her oils and different things like that. And that's another thing. I don't have a problem with shouting out people where credit is due, where it needs to be given, and she definitely deserves it, cause she's very powerful in the mystic community. But anyway, like she was saying, sometimes you gotta shut the fuck up. And she dropped another jewel. She was like, you know, call up on your spiritual team and tell them you need to vent, and tell them to cloak that shit and switch that energy around, you know, to a positive energy, so it won't turn into nothing else. Because when you're speaking that shit out to the universe, your emotions are matching it, because you're like, damn, man, I'm tired of this shit. And you're speaking it, the universe is feeling your energy, your words. Because when it goes to the universe, it's like a vibration and a frequency. You know, like everything has what is it, SO above, SO below. It might be some things that's a little different, but they're all still the same in some way. It matches something. Well, like whatever's down here matches something up there in some kind of way. It might look completely different, but it still matches based on the vibrations and frequency. So if you putting that shit out there, that's what the universe is gonna give you. The universe don't have no picks and chooses. The universe is gonna give you based on what you're putting out into the universe. You're like, oh, I'm tired. I'm just so tired. I'm always sick. I'm always going through something. The universe like, oh, you want to be sick and you want to continue to be tired. Okay, here you go. And that's another thing. The universe has your back. It does. It truly does. The universe is never working against you. You have the power within you to create and bring down forth from the universe what you want. But you have to know that. You have to honor that. And you have to believe that with the respect to the universal laws. And, you know, trusting your spiritual team. Everybody has a spiritual team. I don't care what you believe in, you have a spiritual team. Whether you want to say it's your angels, whether you want to say it's God, your ancestors, you know, your demons, however it works for you. Because there's people out here right now that are Christians, Muslim, Buddhists, independently spiritual, Satanists, that do their worship and everything, but they still respect the laws of the universe. They may just look at it as whoever they worship or who they believe in or pray to or honor supplies that energy. But they still, you know, it's all about how you work it for you. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I want you guys to know. And another thing, and for you to heal, you have to I'm sorry. For you to get started in this process, you're gonna have to heal. I don't care where somebody's at on their spiritual path. They could be at that point to where they've started to manifest their desires, or they in their beginning phase, or they out here helping other people do their shit. Everybody's gonna tell you it's gonna start with healing. Cause think about the things that you've been exposed to in your life. Think about what vibrations and frequencies you've been around. Think about your mindset. Think about the type of thoughts you have. You have control over your thoughts, by the way. Think about all of that, because that shit is very, 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 very important. It's so important. It is. I'm gonna tell you something. I used to always hear people talk about, man, you gotta under the laws of the universe, you gotta operate in them. I'm like, how the fuck you do that? I'm like, I don't know how to do that. And I used to go read the shit, and I would get frustrated. I'm like, how do I do that? How do I understand this? And you know what I did? I'm sorry, guys. Basically what that was, me putting the energy out there. All I don't understand is I don't get this, so I get frustrated with it. So I just like, fuck it. So when I read it, guess what happens? I'm reading it, but it's like I'm literally manifesting what I just said. Like I'm really like, I don't get this. I don't understand this. Why? I mean, how does this work? And something used to always tell me, you're not gonna get very far until you start to respect and honor this, and other things that you want are not gonna come to you until you start to respect. and honor this. And I'm like, okay. And I'm talking about like this was like a couple of years ago. And you know, I just be like, and I used to hear people, you know, say this like, you know, Ian Rain talks about it, you know. Other people that's in her, you know, that's in her support system, you know, say that you have to respect the laws of the universe. I promise you, I'm gonna just be real with you. If you just operate based off the universal laws and energy, you can still have everything you want. If you never work with your ancestors, you never do magic or nothing, you still can have everything you want just by operating in the laws of the universe. And some people like must say like, well, if that's the case, why honor and use, you know, your ancestors and stuff? Because I'm gonna be real. There's some shit in the ethers that you may not understand. And if you have your spiritual team who's already in the ethers to help you, utilize them. But some people don't believe, you know, the spirits and stuff exist. So if you want to use the universal energy, do that. Just make sure you respect the laws because they're immutable. This is why I'm putting emphasis on that. You can't change them. They're not gonna change. Can't nobody get around them. Now, and I ain't gonna lie, in that aspect, I'm like, well, damn, do all of the other universes operate by these laws, or do other universes have their own type of universal laws? You know, I like to think beyond shit, but I'm with respect to, okay, I'm in this universe, so I have to respect the laws here because I incarnated here. So if I want to make things better, respect the laws. And honestly, like how they have it in the Constitution, there's like, you know, something about respect the laws of the lands. No, it was in the Bible or something like, yeah, in the Bible. And I just like, they was like respect the laws of the land. I know it might be talking about law enforcement, but it kind of clicked like, damn, that makes sense with the universe. I don't know, but that's another topic for another day. But guys, seriously, you have to start operating your true self. Your true self just doesn't pop out overnight. A lot of people try to do this shit and make it happen all together at once. You gotta take shit in baby steps. Let shit happen simultaneously like it's supposed to. Because that's how things play out. It's not time, it's simultaneously happening. It's almost like everything is kind of happening at once. Because I'm gonna be real with you. Look how fast, you know, things are going now. You know, 10 years ago, it would have felt like it took 6 months would have went by naturally how we are used to it going by. Like, okay, it's been 6 months, that feels right. Now it's like the middle of half of August is gone already, and we was like, damn, didn't we just start the year already? So it's like, you know, things are speeding up. That means if things are speeding up, that means things are gonna start manifesting more quickly too. So keep that in mind. And like I used to always get this message like, be careful of your thoughts because you manifest everything. You know, you're manifesting quick. I used to always get this message from my angels and my spiritual team, and I used to see it happening. And now it makes sense because, you know, when you're operating your truth, things are going to come to you quicker. And you have to be careful of that because you have to be careful of your thoughts, your feelings, and your emotions because you have control over all of that. This is not to say you can't never have a day where you might feel like, damn, man, this is one of my bad days. If that's one of your bad days, don't let it continue to be a bad day. Look at what happened, process it, respect it, and transmute it into something positive because you can do that. And you got to have balance. Balance is very important. You got to balance out the good and the bad. You can't do too much of one thing because the universe talks about that too. Where the laws talk about that. I feel like that's the universe talking, you know, through the laws. Like, hey, like it's okay to be excited and have fun, but with respect to using, you know, logic, you know, be excited, but be calm at the same time. You get what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I'm excited. I know this happening, but be calm because, you know, when it's coming, you got to prepare for it and accept it for what it is because it's something you want. Because another thing, because when you get what you want, you got to take care of it. You got to take care of it, too. Because you're asking for something, so it's almost like you can't just ask, oh, give me $1 million, and then boom, you get it, and you blow it in a day. The universe probably gonna side their ass on them, like, really? And you probably won't get it like that quick again, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, y'all. But I just really wanted to have a little chit chat with y'all. I wasn't expecting this video to run that long, but hey, I feel like I just had to really get this out because the more I talk when I was finna get ready to end the video, it was like something was pushing out my throat. But yeah. But y'all, that's it. And I hope you guys have a great weekend and y'all be safe, have fun. Remember, you're in control of your thoughts. Always choose positivity. If you're like, well, damn, I don't know how to do that, ask the universe, like, hey, or just say, hey, help me think a positive thought. Boom. Before you know it, you'll be thinking all kinds of good, great shit instead of the negative bullshit. And like I said, like like Ian was saying in her life, sometimes shit the fuck up. If you having a bad day, don't start saying shit. Oh, it is such a bad day. Everything's just going wrong. Nothing is right. Every time I try to do something, I take 10 steps backwards. You're manifesting that shit to happen to you more. So that's why it's important to shut the fuck up, okay? But that's it, guys. I love y'all. I'm out. Peace. Let me know what you think of the video. In spite of my family making noise, but shit, hey. And this is, I do this like this because I want people to know, shit. So, you can't just, sometimes it ain't gonna be the little cute videos with all the graphics and stuff and the quietness and the music in the background. Sometimes I just gotta talk to y'all straight up. But that's it, guys. I'm gone.